Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS22 map tour video. In this video we'll visit the coffee map Recanto da Alvorada map. It's a Brazilian map, and as the unofficial name says, you can grow coffee on this map. Okay, and before we look at the map, I wanted to show you something on Modhub. So this map came out on a Saturday. It's the first map by Connect Modding Group, and it came out together with a bunch of farming equipment from the Brazilian farming equipment producer Recanto. And we have a coffee harvester and sugar cane harvester and all interesting stuff here. And so they all came out at the same day, and we already had that at least 2 times that a Brazilian manufacturer came out with a bunch of their machinery on a Saturday, and they were all modded by the manufacturer. So it looks like, so it's a Recanto machine, and Recanto is the modder. But it was always thought, okay, there was a modder that made the machines for those Brazilian companies, and the company gave the license because the machines are available on consoles as well. So therefore Giants must have the license. And my idea is that the Brazilian companies tell very good modder to mod their machines and bring them to Modhub, and this is somehow it is like a DLC, a very interesting DLC, very interesting. And we already had this several times, and so if you are interested in free DLCs, you could watch the Modhub on Saturdays, because then we sometimes get such interesting stuff. Yeah, and for this coffee harvester, maybe this is the modding team who built all this, but I don't know. It's only my guess, because yeah, the coffee machine came out, the coffee harvesting machine came out at the same day than this map. And yeah, so I think now we can have a look at the map. And to use this this map with coffee, you need to install and activate the coffee harvester as well. The other machines of Recanto are not needed, but I would say it would be nice to have them, maybe, if there is sugarcane as well on this map. So now let's have a look. Here we start at the bus station. Okay, yeah, good idea to begin here. We just came here by bus, and now we are here at the village. And look, this southern looking road, I think it's very good. It's this higgledy-piggledy stones and all these cracks, and they look really good, I think. And here, those stones, they are very good too. And here is a nice church. And as far as I think, I have the impression that all the buildings on this map are modded by the modder. So I don't know the buildings from other maps, from giant maps or somewhere else. They all seem new to me and very well fitting to this map. And therefore I think maybe the modder made them all dedicated for this map. And I really like this, and it looks good. It's a very good modding quality, I would say. And okay, here those are from Erlengrad as usual. So the decorative objects are usually taken from the Giants map. And here we have a park. A nice small park, oh, with a coffee bean. And a nice well. Yeah, and this looks like a shop maybe. Oh, and a playground. Yeah, maybe they make siesta here because everything's quiet. And it's a selling station. That is good. Yeah, and the feeling is like in a southern country. I've never been to Brazil, so I can't say it feels like Brazil, but it feels like a southern country. And I really like how this small city is done. Here. Maybe this is a small hotel or something like that, a lodge. It's not mentioned. So let's have a look at the map of the map. Okay, we are here. This seems to be the little town. And here is our farm, because here I see the tractor symbol and the home. And the fields are irregular, which is not my favorite, but I know a lot of people like it like this. And then I think on top of liking or not liking is in some areas the fields may look like that, and then when you want to make this a map like it feels in the area, you should make the fields like they are in this area. Okay, and here this looks like a lot of open land with forests in between the fields. That is really nice. And let's check how much it costs to buy a field here. Let's go here. This is our land. Oh, and it's expensive. It's 800,000 bucks. Okay. And this one is 150. This is not so expensive. And this small one is below 100,000 bucks. This is okay. So I would say the prices are medium high, but I wonder whether prices in Brazil are really as high as this. This seems to me more like prices like in Switzerland. But maybe the price per hectare has just been taken from Estancia Lapacho, and there I found the prices rather high as well, and maybe it was just taken from there. And here, you can't buy, or Yeah, this is not viable. Okay. So maybe we just go there and enjoy the landscape on our way. And here seems to be the shop. Maybe first we go to the shop and then we just stroll to our farm. So the shop seems to be this Yaktos thingy. And for me, thinking of all those buildings made by the modder or the modding team, this is really quite a lot of work that they put into the map, because I know how much work it is to make all the buildings for a map yourself, and they are done professionally, more professionally than I build my buildings, I must admit. So they are more like giant standard for buildings, and which is good. And yeah, so I think the modder or the modders are professional modders. Because look here, this is custom made, and you can see Yakto here. And maybe you can go inside. Look here. Such a lot of work. And really nicely done. And here you can have a coffee. And you get this this brochures of Yakto. Very, very good. And all those little booklets about all the machines. Very nice. And here is another room. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit too broad for this doors. But that is always a little bit of a problem because we are so big. And here, oh no, those are from Oberon, I guess. Yeah, the postcards. Yeah, you can explore the whole building. There seems to be the workshop. Very good. And here, nothing to open. Oh. Yeah, only this building would have taken me weeks to build. At least. Wow. Very impressed. And there we have a lizard enterprise. Okay. Yeah, and there is something too. Let's go there. Just have a look. And then we go to our farm. Okay, maybe you can repair your vehicles there. Let's see. Yeah. Dealer, open vehicle options. Yeah. It's a nice idea to have a special area for lizard. So now we run a little bit. Maybe we can go there. No, no, no. Better. Let's see whether we can go at the road. No, it leads us away from our farm. But we could go behind this and there where this... Maybe this is a lake and then we could run there. Okay. Oops. Yeah, this is a lake. Wonderful. I love to have lakes on maps. And I always like to swim in them. And it gives me a feeling of being refreshed. Even if this is totally silly. Oh, this is a steep bank, but no problem. Okay. So, and here are on the way to our farm. Okay, this looks like something like a forest there. But with rather small, not spruce, but pines. Those are the most beautiful pines, but you don't get much money off them. Okay, and they have quite some spacing. But you could harvest grass from this. And yeah, I think you wouldn't get much money from the pines. But if you would like to make foresting here, you could just cut them down and plant new ones. Best would be spruce, but maybe they don't like this hot climate, then maybe better pines. And they grow bigger and then you get much more money. And you could plant them a bit more narrow, I would say. Or you could use it for grass. Make silage. Or both. So here's our farm. This seems to be a water tower. And here we have a big shed. Yeah, very big shed. So one with inside with doors, and here outside is already quite a lot of space for a lot of stuff. Okay, wonderful. And here we have a combine which looks used and a bit dirty. Okay. So we are not the first one who uses this. And here we have sewing machine, a planter, so for corn and such. This shed seems really useful to me. Yeah, usually I'm not so much into those sheds. They are longer than wide. But as you have a lot of place for your smaller vehicles here, I think, yeah, for the beginning this is more than enough. And we have a Bührer here. Yeah, also used, very good. And this seems to be our farmhouse. Okay, here we can have a coffee. Wonderful. And we can sit here in the shade. I really like it. And okay. Looks like a kitchen. And here, no, not more to open, but at least one room is to open. Yeah. And look, this fancy old-fashioned oven. Very nice. And this really gives me the feeling of a southern country. Very hot climate and such. And here? No. I think that's it with going inside. But it's good. Yeah, and we still have quite some place here for placing other stuff. And let's see what we have in the garage. So it looks like as if this is all what we have already seen. Yeah. Okay. So, and this planter doesn't fit together with the header. So we can harvest normal wheat and such, and we can plant corn, but we couldn't sow wheat and we couldn't harvest corn, which is interesting. But you could use it in the combination. You could sow soybeans and then harvest soybeans. That would go. This is the only crop type that would go. And here, I think we have those two fields here. And this is soybeans, which is good. And there, now you need to put some work into it. It was corn. Yeah, and that's it, what you got. Maybe it's easier to start in Farm Manager here. But okay, this lot is very expensive. So maybe it would be cheaper to start somewhere else as a farm manager. I like this this farm, but you are not very well equipped, I would say. And it's hard to start. So maybe you have to work 100 hours to be able to plant coffee and such, and to have more fields also. What I want to have a look is how to plant this coffee. I guess the coffee is like the grapes and the olives, and therefore I look here, orchards. Yeah, here we have it. Recanto da Alvorada map. Coffee trees. This fruit cannot be planted in August. Okay, so let's have a look at the calendar. Okay. So this is not reversed like it would be in southern lands. It is more or less the same like in the Northern Hemisphere. And for players of the Northern Hemisphere, that's more easy because you know, okay, here we have summer and then it's winter. But for Brazilian players, they need to switch like with most of the other maps. And there we have the coffee beans, and you could plant them from March to June and harvest in October. Okay, so you have quite a planting season and then only 1 month to harvest. This is like the olives, exactly like the olives. Okay, so I switch off the seasonal growth, and now we can plant it. Production, orchards, and it's the same price like the olives. And now, okay, here we are. And as you can see, it's totally different plants. It's not like a copy of the olives, but it looks really different. Yeah, and I'm no expert in coffee plants at all, therefore I couldn't say whether it is realistic, but I guess so, because they are custom made, and so I would guess this is like coffee plants are. Not the normal trees like they grow in the nature, but like the olive trees and the grapes that are specially made for agricultural purpose with machinery. Okay, so now we have seen the coffee, and then maybe let's have another look at the map. So this seems to be an interesting complex, and here we have all the same plants on the fields, and this seems to be sugar cane, and this is the sugar cane processing factory, and you can't use it as a production. It is only a selling station, and this is slurry tanks. Okay, maybe you get slurry from the sugarcane production, and this is a dairy that you could buy as a production. Yeah, and this is a sawmill. Okay. Here we have the stone crusher, lime station and so on, and the animal dealer. Yeah, maybe we just take one of the tractors and drive to this sugarcane area, because this seems very interesting, and we can have a look at the scenery and enjoy the landscape while we are going there. Oh, and then, yeah, maybe we'll do it together. I take the tractor and then we first go to the town, because I wanted to show you something that I found out at my German map tour, which I already did. And with the coffee production, because we have coffee production, is this the right? Yeah, I think it's the right one. Here, there is the road. So we just drive to the town, and in the north we have the Coffee production factory, where the coffee is roasted. And sadly, I don't have coffee to deliver. Maybe I could have cheated some into my trailer. But now I'm here without the trailer. Maybe I just rent one. So, trailer. This is enough. I only want to try it. And I hope it works. Ooh, it's a tiny, tiny trailer. Such a nice little baby trailer. So, okay. And now I try to GS fill unit at 1 and coffee and 5,000. Yes, it worked, it worked. This is the cheat console, and you have to prepare your game to use it like that. Okay, here we have the coffee beans. And now we go to the coffee factory. And where do you go when you use the tractor? I think we have to go here. And then maybe there. Yep, yep. Okay, so we could just sell the coffee beans here. But we don't do it. I'll have a look at the price now. So the price will be further down for the coffee beans. It's $1,700 or more, $1,800 for the raw coffee beans, as we have in our trailer. And the roasted coffee is less. It is only 1,500 or 1,600. So then I asked myself, okay, so I would like to know the recipe for the coffee, and therefore I have to buy this coffee factory to get to know how the recipe is. And that's what I will just do. I cheat in some money, and then we go and buy this factory. And it is loud inside, very loud. Look here, all those machines. So now we buy it. It's expensive, it's extremely expensive. Nearly $500,000. So, and here. Very interesting. So I really like how it's done, and when we have delivered our coffee, we can see whether the machines are moving. That's why I wanted to try it. So now we deliver the coffee beans. So, and now we activate it. Oh, it's already activated. That is good. And we run inside despite the noise, and we'll have a look whether there is something moving. No. Okay. Very loud. But still, I like how it's done, even if it is not moving. But I think in reality the price would be okay. No doubt. Maybe even more. But for the FS, I find the price for this factory much too high. And yeah, I think it's hard to make money on this map. Oh, look, what a nice garden here. And here with the tractor you can see the roof of the buildings. So I'm totally amazed by the buildings and how it's done, and I like the feeling of the nature so far, even when we haven't seen much until now. But what we have seen I really like, and it gives me totally the feeling of yeah, of South America, even if I haven't been there. But it feels very authentic. But the pricing I don't like so much. Maybe if I would play on this map, I would just change the prices of the land. And yeah, oh, now we can see the recipe. I just forgot. That was the reason for all this. But here we can see it. So the recipe is, brace yourself. You put 2 coffee beans inside and get 1 roasted coffee. And so you lose more than half of the money if you would sell just the coffee beans. You would get 1,800 bucks for 1,000 liters. And then if you modify the coffee beans to roasted coffee, you only have 50% left of the liters, and you get less money. So you lose more than 50%. You lose something like 60%. So if you would like to play on this map, I would advise to sell the coffee beans and never make roasted coffee. Or you just change the production recipe or the price. I think I would change the price because the recipe seems okay to me. The coffee beans, I think you need to peel them and then you have less in the end. But then the price would needed to be much higher. And here we have the olive. Let's see. Where are the olives? I'm sure we had them already. Grape juice, yes, but the olives, sugar cane, there. So the price for the olives is very similar to the price for the coffee beans. But the price for the olive oil is extremely much higher. And okay, we lose some olives in the production of the oil. The same with the coffee. But we get an insane amount of money for the olive oil. And this had nothing to do with reality, but you get much money you can earn from producing olive oil, and that's not the case with the coffee. You lose a lot of money if you make roasted coffee. So, and sorry if I'm so much into those numbers. I love numbers, and for me the balancing of the prices and the balancing of the production recipes are of great interest for me, and I make productions myself, and there I always think about how to make a good balanced recipe that is good for the player and yeah, not too far off from the reality, and therefore I just see those things, and then yeah, on a map tour I have to talk about it. But other than that, this map is so awesome. It's been a while since I have been on a FS22 map where I thought, okay, I just want to play on this. Look, this nature looks so natural somehow. No, I have to go further. So I could imagine that it really looks like that. I don't know about the trees and such, but yeah, it is not too flat, not too steep. So for on a player aspect, and it gives me the feeling of being in a South American country. And I like this. Here are some fields, and then we have a meadow and some trees, and for sure all those trees aren't good for foresting, but I think they are not supposed to use for foresting. They are for giving this map the feeling of the nature, and I think this is. And look here on the road, at a lot of places we have those decals which indicate how the cars and tractors have driven from the red soil to the road. And at a lot of places I have seen this, and that gives it such realistic vibe, I would say. So, and here we are at the sugarcane area. Very small still, and there. Okay, a huge factory. Ah, and here are big ones. They are harvest ready. So you could easily play as a sugarcane farmer. But I haven't seen a sugar factory here. And here, let's see whether we can enter. Maybe you need to come with a tractor. So, this is quickly done. Because as it is a selling point, it would be needed to go there. And if it's not possible, then yeah, I would try to buy it. But I think it's extremely expensive. Ah! Oh, look! Automatically. Wonderful. Perfect. Really nice. And this really looks so industrial. It's not, doesn't give this cozy country feeling, but it looks realistically, and even all the silos are custom made. I don't recognize them from Elm Creek or so, where we have an abundance of different kinds of silos, but all those look different. And so I think they are really made for this map, which is impressive. And here this could be the leftovers of the sugar cane, maybe. Yeah, so I'm really impressed about the buildings and the feeling of the landscape, and this I really like at this map. And I would love to see more maps by this modder. Yeah, okay, I think I have talked enough about this map. What do you think about this map? I really would like to know. And I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.